Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. So let's talk about Married to Medicine, Season 6, Episode 13. It's going down. We see Toya is telling Quad that, you know what, if we have any more couples trips, you ain't invited. I was like, damn, it's like that. It seems like Toya got her squad together. And, you know, Mariah was sitting right next to her, smiling like, yay, baby. And you got Simone over there looking like, yeah, I agree, because remember Simone and, you know, Mariah was having a conversation about Quad coming around and, you know, not being in a relationship and stuff like that, and not want to open up and share. But since she ain't open up and sharing and crying on the sword and crying a river, you know, I guess they don't really want her around. I don't know what's going on. But then we have Dr. G talking about he came home and his sleep number was gone. His TV was gone and the divorce paper was in the mailbox. Damn, that is cold-blooded. That tells you Quad ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm like, yo, Quad, that's real. Like, I would be, you know, like if you got brothers, you got uncles, you got, you know, your fathers, your cousins or whatever, you'll feel bad for him and everything like that. But the story says that he cheated. So his behavior, you know, just messed shit up. If they say he cheated, he was in a hotel room, Blase in the third, he said he didn't go all the way. And, you know, Quad is saying he did go all the way. And the woman saying he went all the way or whatever. So, and then he was getting extorted, getting blackmailed. That was the story out here in the streets too for a while. So I guess, you know, Quad went all the way in with that. But I just wonder, did they ever love each other? Did they ever love each other? You know, and Quad said one important thing to Dr. Heavenly, that, you know, we just wanted different things. We didn't want the same thing. I know he wanted a child. What did you want from him? She wanted him to be loving. She wanted him to be more concerned, to pay close attention to her feelings. Seems like she was always talking about he don't pay no attention to her and stuff like that. So I guess it's a good thing they didn't bring a child in the world, because look, they are leaving each other. But if they would have had the baby early, do you think that would have saved their relationship, or would have made it worse? Or do you bring a baby into chaos? What do you think? I was like, shit. And then I've been telling you guys over and over and over that, you know, Dr. Heavenly is really taking hate out on Mariah, because Mariah reminds her of her sister being pretty, cute, popular, everybody likes. That's how she feels inside. And then on top of that, Mariah do throw shots at Heavenly. But like she finally admitted through the whole season, I've been saying she hates Mariah because of her sister. It reminds her of her sister, because, you know, Dr. Heavenly was like, you know, she was a fat kid with glasses and stuff like that. Her sister was always pretty, cute. She was popular, and she got to run the streets and have a good time or whatever. So I think Mariah, you know, embodies her sister, and that's why she can't forgive her, because she's like, damn, Heavenly done forgive everybody on the show. It was cool with them, but she can't do it with Mariah. And then we got Curtis and Dr. Simone moved back in. They moved in together. They living together. I was like, shit. And did you see the party that Casa Su Casa that Simone and, you know, and Cecil threw together? And they had the females in the basement. Do you see all the men run over there to them women? They were happy. Dr. Damon he sat at that bar. He was sitting at that bar. He stood there. He was a stool pigeon at that bar, boy. He wasn't trying to move. And all the guys are calling, you know, aiding a snitch, running a business, telling the business that, you know, he's a yes man to Mariah. I guess she got him trained now after he done cheated. So let's get into the episode. We have Simone and Cecil. Basically, they talking about moving back in together. And she has to, you know, kind of move things around in the closet. And Cecil was like, you know what? I'll take the closet in the basement. Simone is so happy about that situation. Michael seems happy. He seems ecstatic. He seems like he's back to the old Michael. He seems like he's just so happy to be around his family, his mother and his father, and they're together. You could just see the joy in little Michael. And so, and then on top of that, they were separated for 9 months. 9 months is a long time not living together. And they recently just started having sex again. So they're doing the damn thing. And it seems like they're happy. But we see next episode, Cecil's best friend is going to get back in the picture. Something about, I don't know if her name is Tracy, but she's coming back in the picture. And Simone ain't having it. And she ain't feeling the bullshit. She ain't feeling it at all. Point blank and period. So Michael's talking about, since you guys going to have a party, I'm going to run the streets. I'm going to do my thing. Michael is going to do his thing. And it was, and you know, Dr. Simone was talking about, what about the dog train? It was like, yeah, the dog is trained. It can go to the car and get the groceries and come back. And they all started laughing. Then we got Quad and Dr. Heavenly meet up or whatever. You know, Quad is in her 4-bedroom townhouse looking all luxurious, luxury and shit, spacious and the whole nine. And we know it's furniture by Dr. G, by that marital property. She cleaned his ass out and she ain't even embarrassed about it. She don't give a shit. And why should she be? She didn't step out on the marriage, but you hear Quad saying she ain't gonna be single for long. And I guess there's gonna be a man coming around the corner. Is it going to be interesting enough where they keep Quad on the show? Because it seemed like they're going towards not having Quad on the show, because she can't go on trips because she ain't a couple. That's some maneuvering right there. Do you think Mariah was putting that in the ladies' ears? Mm-hmm. But anyways, Dr. Quad, not Dr. Quad, Quad, and, Dr. Heavenly's having a conversation. Heavenly's hungry. She wants to eat. When she cooked that food over there at Jackie's house, it looked terrible. That plate looked pathetic. None of you ladies could cook, but it don't matter because you write checks and you birth babies, and Heavenly cleans teeth. So it's all good. You don't got to cook. Quad is the cooker and the reporter and the journalist. So we have that situation going on. And Quad was like, I'm just so thankful for this bracelet you gave me with all these pieces on it. Like you're really a true friend. And I've got to see who my true friends are going through this divorce. And Heavenly was like, I thought they was going to do something for you. Shit, child. And, so we have that situation, and basically they cut the screen back to Simone and Toya. So that's letting us know that Toya and Simone are not feeling Quad, and Quad ain't feeling them, and Quad doesn't feel like they're supportive. It's really, I think with Toya, I don't know why Toya is just, I don't know why she's not more supportive. She wants to know all her business, be in her business, know everything, but now she wants to kick her out the couples group, and she don't think that it's fair for her to be around. Why? How does it bother you in any shape and form? And then it's like, damn, Toya, you just got offered, Contessa, the way you treated her when she was going through all that shit she was going through, you couldn't care less. So if you had no mercy for Contessa, having the double vasectomy, then getting the breast implant, then having the father that has colon cancer, pancreas cancer, allegedly, or whatever, because I can't remember the exact name. And what makes us think that you was going to have, a sympathetic heart towards Quad? But, all of the people are saying that, Toya's upset because, Quad won't tell her business. Why tell somebody your business when you get this type of behavior? It's like if you dish out certain behaviors, why trust you? Why tell you things? And then I think that's what Quad is feeling with, Toya, and also with Simone. Simone did a 360 on Quad. They were tight. They were close. I was like, damn. And Simone is not here for Quad, period. I'm like, damn. And so anyway, she's just saying she knows who her true friends are, who her real friends are, and who really supported her, basically. And basically she's saying that Dr. Heavenly has stepped up to the plate and been there for her, basically. I was just like, damn, it's like that. And Quad says she ain't gonna be single forever, so look out. Wait a minute, she's gonna have a new man, and who's he gonna be? Are we gonna know her new man? Is he gonna be famous? Or is he gonna be a regular Degler and he gonna use Quad? I have no idea. But Quad ain't into being used, You got Jackie. Jackie's getting ready to have this thing king for a day for, Curtis or whatever. Curtis is about to have his king for a day. And, she's getting ready to prepare him that shitty looking food. That food looked terrible. You got 3 people in the kitchen. That food don't even look appetizing. Like, come on, what's going on? So basically she's been going to counseling, and her and Curtis, Dr. Jackie and Curtis are still going to counseling. So that tells you that they still want their marriage to work and they're serious. And basically she's going to make, Curtis king for a day, gonna give him a hat and a bell, and she's supposed to cook nude, but she can't be nude on camera, so she got this little cat suit under with no sleeves and a little apron on, and basically she's cooking. And she has Dr. Simone come over. Dr. Jackie can't even turn on a damn oven and shit. When you seen Curtis at Casa Su Casa party, did you see how high Curtis' plate was when he was over at Simone's house? He was hungry than a mother sucker. And then we had Dr. Jackie. She forgot about her diet. I was like, go Jackie, go. And so Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone comes over to Jackie's house and help her cook. Basically, Simone told tells her how to use the oven. She don't even know how to use it. And then you got Heavenly was like, yes, I know how to cook. My man eats coochie and steak every night. I was like, no, she did not say coochie and steak every night. That is some shit that regular people say, not dentists and not people that are married to doctors. But I guess we have that stigma, and Dr. Heavenly is like, shit, my man eat coochie and steak every night. And they just looking at her like, whoa. And so, you know, they cooked the food up. The food looked terrible. They didn't even know what the hell they was doing. But that's why they doctors, right? So they get the food prepared. Curtis comes home and he's king for a day. He get his hat. He get his cape. He's ringing his bell. He's looking at the food talking about it's good. And it was funny when he goes, I'm watching your ass. I'm watching them cheeks go up the stairs, Dr. Jackie. So Curtis was, but there's one thing Dr. Heavenly did say to Jackie, that you need to treat your man like a king every day. I'm here for that. Every day you got to treat him like a king. Every day you got to treat your woman like a queen. Every day counts, because any day could be your last. So treat them right, baby. So we have that situation. So that's over. Curtis and Dr. Jackie going up the steps. And Dr. Jackie was telling the ladies that she gonna get on her knees tonight. She gonna give him some love and she gonna be freaky. I was like, damn, we seeing another side of Dr. Jackie where she's opening up and talking about she's gonna get on her knees and she gonna pray to God between Curtis' legs. I was like, shit. And it was cute to see when Dr. Jackie tried to put the cape on Curtis and he had to bend down. He's like, can you get it up there? So that was cute. So it seems like their marriage is going well, and it has really done a 360. Like it kind of shows you that they love each other, baby. So we got that situation. Then we got Toya and her spoiled, rotten ass. And I like Toya, and I like Toya. What's going on, Toya? Why are you doing this season? I guess it's because you don't have a storyline. So Toya and, you know, Dr. Eugene are basically at their house that they're building, and it ain't nothing like building your own house. Shit, from ground up. Like, damn it. But you know what? There has been some type of problem that Toya can't have the huge closet that she wants. She's gonna have to downsize and get rid of something, and she starts crying like, damn, bitch, you got a fucking house. You building it for ground up. You just came back from being on, you know, paying taxes and living on $100 a week or whatever, and your husband was working like crazy, killing himself. He wasn't even having sex with you. He just got a promotion. You crying by a goddamn closet. You rotten son of a bitch, you. So we have that situation, and you, like, sometimes you just got to be humble and thankful because you don't have anything other than having babies and loving this man and taking care of him that way. Other than that, like, if he wasn't in your life, Toya, it don't seem like you would live this type of life, because whatever aspiration, whatever goals that you had, you put them on hold to be, you know, subservient to your husband, and you're not subservient. You're like, just like, damn, but they still on budget. But she has learned not to go over budget. She ain't trying to go back to $100 a week or not being able to buy wine and shit like that. She ain't going back to that. So she basically gets rid of the wine cabinet or the winery they were supposed to have in the house. So, you know, she's moving on, and she moves on to getting on quad. So basically they worked that out. So at least that happened. That is cool. And then, you know, we have Dr. Heavenly. She goes sees her, you know, her doctor, whatever, her head doctor, I don't know what, her physician, basically, you know, and basically she sits in a chair and she cries, and she says that she had a hard time when she went on a trip. She haven't seen the doctor, and basically she's realizing that she's not mad at Mariah. She's mad at her sister, because her sister used to lie and tell stories, and she feels like Mariah does the same thing too as well. And he asks her, what makes Little Kim angry? Little Kim, like, this is all comic, because this is she calls her mean side Little Kim. But you know what? She grew up in a time where she would probably appreciate Little Kim's music and still appreciate Little Kim's music. And so she's just like, you know, being disrespected. And she remembered the first time she was disrespected, she was about 7 or 8 years old, and it was her sister lying and telling stories on her. Then she realized, she started crying, that it's not Mariah, it's her sister, and she's going to have to talk to Mariah. I think you need to talk to your sister. You need to bring your sister on this show. We need to hear your sister side of the story, because you're painting your sister as a demon, and we want to know if it's true. We want to know if she's this bad. What's going on? She used to live with you, but now you said she ain't living with you no more. You had to kick her out. Bring her on the show. You ain't gonna tell us about what's going on with you and Damon, so bring your sister on the show. Spice it up. Give us some seasoning. So we have that situation. So now she's going to try to, make amends with Mariah again and try to talk to Mariah again. I guess her story is trying to be friends, her storyline is trying to be friends with Mariah and having Quads back to the fullest and throwing shade and saying like her husband eat coochie and steak. I was like, oh no. So we have that situation. Then we have Cecil and Simone. They're getting ready for that Casa Su Casa party. They're getting ready. They want to make a big announcement that they're moving in together, again. And so the house is lit, Cecil has bartenders downstairs in the basement. He wants to rush the man down there to get the food. And Contessa goes over there and she hugs, Toya. And she was like, girl, give me some love, this and that. She was saying something to her. Come over here. And then you got, Toya in a confessional, girl, we just aren't speaking terms again. Like, why you gotta be like, your husband, Eugene, is looking at you like, whoa. You better be glad Eugene is deeply in love with you. You better be glad. Because your attitude stinks. And we see Contessa, she comes there, her body looks good, she looks good, her breasts are all perky and all sticking all up, and she got the B cup or whatever, but she's happy about it. Everyone's having a good time, really. And Damon comes in, he still got on his white tee with a jacket over it. Damon shows up to the golf court where his scrubs on. Damon must work a whole hell of a lot, and he must be rushing to get to these scenes. He must just be so tired. Heavenly must be calling Damon, Damon, get over there. You got to go film. He got to start carrying clothes in his trunk, but I don't care what Damon has on. Damon is just cool with me. He's good peoples. And then we also have Curtis, Cecil, that says to, Simone, because Simone almost dropped one of the dishes. She goes, you get killed for that. And she was like, Simone was like, you better not say that since OJ. You say that a black man said that to his wife. I was like, too funny. And so all the ladies are getting together, they're having a good time. Dr. Jerry's there. All the ladies are there. Everyone's basically having a good time. They're having fun. Only person that's missing is Dr. G. They're having a good time. They're drinking. The E.N. Curtis and Simone make their announcement. Everybody's happy. Heavenly said, like, if your marriage was ending, there was no hope for us because we all look up to y'all. You better look up to yourself. But I understand what they're saying. Like, they have been married the longest and this and that. And you always want Simone and Cecil, because I was kind of hurt that they was going to get a divorce. But you know what? Whatever floats their boat. But they was able to work it out, just like Dr. Jackie and Curtis was able to work it out. So sometimes you can work it out, sometimes you can't. But with Simone's with Quad's situation, it just was no workout. No one was bowing down. There was no compromise. And it seems like it was just over. And it seems they wasn't even sleeping together for years in the same bed. They made it seem like they were sleeping in the same bed together, but they wasn't. It was all fugazi. So it is what it is. So the guys are having a good time. They're all telling, Aiden not to run upstairs and not to text his wife and tell him them were going on. You see the men were all over there happy to see them young girls bartending. They was excited. And the girls were looking at them like, yeah, baby. And then we have, Contessa and Dr. Heavenly was sent downstairs by Simone. Simone already knew the ladies was there. And so Dr. Heavenly gets down there and said, there's some hoes up in here. I was like, no, she didn't. Then she went over there and talked to the ladies like, what you guys doing? The lady said, I'm serving you guys drinks. But Dr. Heavenly goes upstairs and said, the lady said, I'm serving your man. So... And then Dr. Heavenly calls Jackie a freak or whatever, because they started talking about, freaking this and that or whatever. Then a conversation comes on with Toya telling, Quad that it's not fair for her to go on trips, a couple trips when she's not a couple. Quad was like, I learned from each and every one of y'all and this and that. And she was just like, I don't understand why. Simone is agreeing too as well. Dr. Contessa, she's not really saying nothing because she's just basically trying to get back in because she just got it in with, Toya, she just got it in with Simone not too long ago, and she's just making them faces like that and shit like that. She ain't saying that. And Dr. Heavenly's definitely like, what? That don't make no sense. And so, and even I guess Eugene was talking about her downstairs about not having, Dr. G around too as well, and just having, and basically the guys are feeling like, damn, we chose, Quad side and kind of like leaving, Dr. G on the outs or whatever. But you know, as basically if Quad would have cheated with another man, everybody would be probably consoling, you know, Dr. G and not Quad, and she wouldn't be invited in the circus. But you know, Heavenly and Dr. Jackie are not here for Dr. G. Even Simone's not here for Dr. G. But it seems like Toya, Mariah, and Dr. Simone are not feeling Quad at all. And Contessa looks like she knows what's going on too as well. And she's just like, damn, she didn't even say nothing. You know, Contessa always jumps in and says something, especially when it comes to Quad, because when she first met Quad, she was defending Quad when things were going negative between her and I believe Dr. Heavenly. And I was just like, damn. And then we got all the guys, they meet up. Do I think she should go on the trips? I don't think she should not go on the trips. Why not? If you guys are really her friend, and then if someone's your friend and they're your girl and you're friends outside of being on this show and you met as friends, why would you be like, oh, you can't come? And then, you know, I don't know if it was Toya or if it was somebody, I don't know if it was Toya, but one of the ladies said, we don't need no more confusion. We don't need no bad juju. We don't need a single woman around. So are they jealous because Quad is Toya jealous because Quad is attractive and got a nice body and the husband is looking at Quad because she's a single and available woman? I was like, that don't make no sense. She's supposed to be your girl. You crying with her. You want to be there to support her as a sisterhood. Why would you throw her to the wolves? And if she's not telling you what you want to hear, it's because she's not ready. And plus, she's in the process of going through a divorce. This shit is being, you know, the lawyers are looking at all this shit. You know, they subpoena shit like this. So I was just like, damn, that's cold blooded. Like, I wouldn't treat my friend like that. And whatever. Just cold blooded. You know, I know it's cold-blooded that, you know, Quad stole all the furniture, but what is a scorned woman going to do? Even though they was fighting and arguing and not sleeping in the same bed, there was no outside people. And then you had an outside person coming in talking about she want 15 grand, 10 grand, and now she's doing interviews. Greg said, Dr. G said he didn't sleep with her. Now the girl said that now it's coming out that he did sleep with her. Now you got this woman doing interviews. That shit is embarrassing. But they were not meant to be together. It was not meant to be, but they could have handled it. They could have handled it as mature adults where it didn't have, they could have split the furniture down the middle. Okay, you don't want to live in here. Let's split the furniture. Like they couldn't even come up on talking together about the divorce. It's just like, I'm going to do this to you. You're going to do this to me. It's just whatever. So then all the guys meet up to go golfing or whatever. And they got Dr. G, and Dr. G is there. Aiden's not there because he's sick. So Dr. G's there, and basically Dr. G's telling the story. And Dr. G actually looks good. He looks happy. He looks slimmer. He actually looks attractive to me. He looks attractive. He got the hat on. He got the glasses on. He got the non-confrontational glasses on. He got the fitted on. He got the shirt on. He looks slim. I mean, it's like, oh shit, he's doing it because Quad already said she's seen him in a club. And basically they're telling him that some of the, you know, trip was about him or whatever. And he was like, yo, when I went home, the house was empty. It wasn't shit in the house. It was gone. And the men are like, damn, I hope our wives don't do that shit to us. And, you know, Curtis, I mean, yeah, Curtis is like, thank God Jackie didn't do that shit to me. What if cleaned out the house and gave him the divorce papers ASAP? And, you know, Dr. Jackie is more forgiving. They've been together longer. And Dr. Jackie's not a type of person that can just jump to somebody else and have somebody else get used to her routine and how she is and deal with her and come into her life. And then basically separating money too, bank accounts and stuff like that. Curtis got money too. So does Dr. Jackie. So, but, you know, not Simone, but, you know, Quad is out the door. She's out the door. She's gone and she took this shit. Like, if you think about it, if your husband cheated on you and you didn't want to live in the same house with him anymore, would you clean out the house and be like, I'm on my way? Because, you know, it is what it is. But I just wish they could have worked it out more to show a more mature level to give to the public. But when you're going through shit, you're going through shit. And we could put everybody on pedestals and say they got this career, that career. He's a psychiatrist and all this other stuff. People go through shit that you don't know and what they're doing. So anyways, Curtis is just like, yep. There was a document, and she texted me, told me there was a document in the mailbox. I went to the house. It was empty. It was vacated. I was like, shit. Peace. I'm out. One love.